What if we stop waiting for the perfect moment to change our lives? My 20s have honestly been a whirlwind. Right now, I'm not where I want to be. I'm not as disciplined, consistent, or as grounded as I would like to be. So I have finally decided to do something about it. I am dedicating the next 365 days to create the life that I want. And it's gonna be fun. Today is the 26th of April, and I cannot wait to look back in a year and say I did that. But first, matcha. I really wish I had this beautiful background for you guys, but this is truly what my life is like. We are renovating our apartments, and this is the most beautiful background we'll get, so I'll take it. But before I get ahead of myself, let me just introduce myself properly. My name is Dia, I'm 28 years old, and I have spent the last decade jumping between fields in tech, marketing, PR, branding, social media, and probably more than that as well. I have been working in the corporate world, climbing that corporate ladder. I have freelanced, and I also just started my own business 4 months ago, which is so nerve-wracking, but also really exciting. I have been working in 3 places for this decade, but I've been working with so many different brands in both fashion, tech, lifestyle, and I've also managed a lot of influencer marketing for several brands. And I did an influencer trip to Morocco, which was really cool. So many lovely people, and I would do it all over again. For the longest time, I thought if I just kept moving, kept trying new jobs, trying new assignments, I would eventually find the right job for me or the right path. But I have come to realize that jumping from one job to another or getting new assignments in my workspace wasn't about finding the right job for me. It was about me finding out that I want a career where I do not have to do the same things every day. I have had so many amazing opportunities, but I have also struggled with being in one place for longer periods of time. But I do not see that as a negative aspect because it has also made me realize that I want something that is steady but flexible, giving me the opportunity to have more freedom. But the thing is, I would start a job or a path within this career, feel really excited about it, and then realize that is not exactly what I wanted. So I'd move on, trying new things, thinking this next thing might be it. And I would just do this over and over. But the final push for me is starting my own business, which is a meeting booking agency. It is definitely the hardest thing that I have ever done, but it is also the most fulfilling because for the first time, I am fully in control of what I create. But running a business isn't just about the passion. It requires so much discipline, and to be honest, that is not my strongest suit yet. So for years, I have been working myself to exhaustion. I have been juggling multiple jobs, and a lot of the time I've been studying at the same time. A part of me thought that if I just kept pushing and working hard, all of that would just fall into place, even though I know that isn't sustainable and that it takes a toll on both my mental and physical health. But the moment that really changed everything for me was a year ago where my body just totally shut down. Like I physically couldn't do what I used to. And it was a real shock to me. Like if your cortisol levels just skyrocket, which is a stress hormone, you will burn out, and I truly did. It came to a point where I decided, and my mom kind of forced me to take a break and take time off both my work and school. So I did. Since then, I've just taken a step back, rebuilding from the inside out, focusing on my mental health, figuring out what really makes me happy, and just recharging, to be honest. Around 2 months passed before I started working a little bit again, but I haven't started my studies yet. I'm starting this summer, and then I'll have my bachelor's degree in another healthy year. I did start my company 4 months ago, but it has been a slow start, and now I do feel ready to start moving forward again, but this time with intention. And that is exactly why I'm starting over, giving myself these 365 days to create my dream life. So I wish I wasn't just throwing myself into another big project, but I am. 2 of them actually. Because I am just starting my own company and I am starting this YouTube channel. Yeah. But this time I am focusing on consistency over constant reinvention. I have always believed that if you're happy with what you're doing today, you will end up exactly where you're meant to be. And I still truly believe this. All of my experiences have happened because of that mindset. But being happy with what you do isn't just about chasing new experiences. It is also about committing to something long enough for you to see it grow. And that is my biggest goal this year. Another very important factor for me is taking this really slow. I am definitely not out here trying to create this massive business in only 2 days or get extremely fit in a week or anything like that. Right now, I'm starting my own business and also starting this YouTube channel, which is wild, because I like to create and because I really enjoy doing it. For this project, I don't have any rigid plan or unrealistic deadlines. My only goal is to show up for myself consistently, as well as learn how to navigate and get back into these routines when life happens. Because life do happen. And for the rest of our lives, we'll be thrown off course. And I truly believe that the ability to get back into routine is a muscle that we need to train. Also, this year is definitely not about doing everything perfectly. It's about making small, intentional, realistic changes that add up over time. And the very best part about this is that I am documenting all of it. So why am I actually documenting it? I want to look back on this year and see the progress and not just feel it. I want to create something that I can return to that shows that change doesn't happen overnight, to remind myself of this. I am doing this because it is also my motivation. It is kind of like when I go to the fitness center and I know that people are looking, so I have to do something. I can't just lay there. This is kind of like that. People might be following, so I kind of have to. And it helps me. So this project about the 365 days to create my dream life is that. It is me giving myself a year to create the life that I want, primarily for my own sake. But if you're also on your own journey, whether it's self-improvement, wanting to break old patterns, or building the life that you want, your dream life, I would love to know about it. I would love to do this with somebody. I would love to have somebody to do this with. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow along and please let me know in the comment section what is something that you struggle with the most, or what is something in your life that you want to change the most at the moment. There are so many videos out there about how to create your dream life in 6 months and giving you a lot of how-tos. This video is not like that. This is purely about my journey. But if you can take anything from my journey and everything that I'll go through and the methods that I'll use to reach my goals, that would just make me really happy. I will be looking down a lot because I'm sitting here with my computer, and as the graphic designer and planner that I am, of course I made a mind map. Because for me to create my dream life, I need to know what my dream life looks like. Some people make a vision board. I might also do that at some point, but for now, this is the mind map that I'm following. And the reason why I'm documenting these goals right now is for me to later on go back and see how far I've come. So let's just get to it. Starting with content creation. I just said there are no deadlines, but this is actually the one deadline that I set for myself. I'm going to be consistent with this one, hopefully. No, not hopefully. I'm going to. This is the one deadline and the one plan that I have made for myself that needs to happen every week. And that is that I have to post on YouTube at least once a week for a year. And if I don't like it by then, maybe I'll stop, maybe I'll keep going, but I don't think trying YouTube out for a couple of months is going to give me an idea of what it's like, both ups and downs. So I've given myself these 365 days, 12 months, a year, whatever, to post every single week. So if I at any time feel like I don't have the time to create a video, I will just make a video about that. Maybe like a 5-minute long video about me talking about how I don't have the time to make this video. But nonetheless, that is my one goal that has a deadline. Another goal for me is to post more on Instagram and TikTok. Maybe it comes naturally the more I post on YouTube as well. But I have so much content. I have so many videos and so many photos from all the amazing travels that we have done and all the amazing work that I have done as well. And I just don't post it. And I'm not sure why. But yeah, maybe I'll make a plan on how to post more on social media. But for now, it is just a goal. Maybe something in the future. We'll see. When it comes to my business, I did only start it 4 months ago and I just started making just a little bit of money, but I do use a lot of time on it. It's a meeting booking agency, which means that I sell meetings for B2B clients. For me to sign more clients, I need to outsource some of the workflow and then eventually raise my monthly income. This leads me to the point that I have called lifestyle, where I mentioned financial freedom. The reason I want financial freedom is obviously because of the freedom that it gives, and I'm sure that everybody feels the same about this one, but also because I really dream about location-independent work. And what that means is I want a job, a business that I can take under my arm and travel the world with. And the reason I want to travel with work is because I love to change up my environment. I do travel a lot. So yeah, being able to travel with work is really important for me. This is still lifestyle, but something a little different. This is more about my personal style. And what I have written is smart beauty investment for low maintenance living. So I want to do something high maintenance for myself, like getting my lashes done, doing my nails, which I already do, but do it even more to have an even lower maintenance living every day. And besides that, I also really want to create this capsule wardrobe, which means cleaning out my closet and really investing in quality. So shopping less and buying more quality. And I want to figure out what my uniform is. Like I want these pieces in my closet that I can just throw on and feel comfortable, but also well put together. And also find my personal style in that. So I feel like that's going to be a project as well. Maybe I'll do some videos on like cleaning out my closet and finding my style and all these things. Yeah, I just love the fashion world, to be honest. This one is a very important part for me, my health, because without that, I can't do any of the other stuff. What I really want to get back into is being a morning person. I very much would like to become better at going to sleep earlier and getting up even earlier and more often. I do already consistently work out once a week in the morning before work. But to become stronger, of course, I have to work out more often. There's actually different reasons why I want to build strength. One is because apparently my neck is really weak. I just found out because I'm getting treatments for migraines. So I have to work out a lot more in my neck and do a lot of exercise and all that. But another reason I want to become stronger is if you take care of your body, it will take care of you. Right now, I only work out once or twice a week and I do some small exercises for my neck and stuff like that. But as I mentioned, I want to take things slow, so I don't want to go from once a week to 7 times a week quickly. I want to take it in my own pace and be intuitive about it, feeling my body like what can I do and what can I not. And I've been thinking about how can I make it more fun. I've been waiting to get that feeling, this kick or this high that I used to get from going to the fitness center. And for some reason this time it's not really coming around. So I have been wanting to try out different things like Pilates, maybe swimming or something entirely different. I do yoga as well. I have been doing yoga my entire life, but not consistently. So maybe that could be another goal. But yeah, I just want to try out different things and maybe I'll do some content on that as well. We'll see. I have also written eat clean and intuitive. If I'm being good to my body will be good to me. I already eat pretty clean, to be honest. I definitely am eating cleaner now than I did 2 months ago. So it is slowly progressing, but hopefully this project and this year will make me progress even more. And I'm just looking forward to it. Taking my vitamins, I actually am doing that already, but I'm not really sure that I'm taking the right ones. I want to go to the doctors and prioritize figuring out what I need. I do have some health issues when it comes to headaches, and for the past few years my immune system has been really bad, honestly. I've been sick a lot and I want to change that. So yeah, a medical insight would be great. The last part is personal development. I know I said that health is the most important part for me, but personal development is the most important part for my overall development. Like, I can't develop my business, I can't develop my learning, and I cannot be consistent in taking care of my health if I am not disciplined and consistent in general. So, of course, I've written discipline, routines, and consistency as the first one because without that, I cannot achieve any of this. I feel like the most important part about this entire journey that I'm going on, this 1 year I've given myself, is discipline, routines, and consistency, because I cannot achieve any of these other things without that. Other than that, I have written down meditation. I have been meditating my entire life, sometimes more than others. I have been taking up meditation again now, but I am not as disciplined and consistent with it as I want to be, so that is on my goals as well. And then I've also written gratitude journaling, but maybe that will be something I do if I do not meditate. For me, happiness is gratefulness. And when I say happiness, I do not mean that you are happy all the time. Happiness for me is different. It is a consistent gratitude for life and all the emotions that we go through as a human. But yeah, that is a whole other video. The last thing I have written down is learn through books and content. And with that, I mean personal development and self-development. I simply just want to read more books and view more content on self-development to become a better version of myself. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you can use some of my yapping for your own benefit. And if you're on your own journey too, please make sure to let me know. If you want to follow along, please make sure you do. And then I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye!